Lonnie earlier was saying that we should all have an elevator speech. And I will have to alter mine after this once I figure out how many lives the St. Paul Club has impacted. But I changed my elevator speech this year to say that Rotarians are dreamers that do, because we believe we can change the world and make it a better place. And that to me is a Rotarian. But what I have found is that there might be 1.4 million Rotarians. Those are people who hold membership cards. But the truth is Rotary lives in your heart. Rotary is truly the belief that we can change the world and make it a better place. And there are millions and millions of Rotarians in their heart out there in the world. Our next speaker, who's going to come up here and talk, is a new Rotarian. He's a new card-carrying Rotarian. But he has been a Rotarian for years. And he's here to tell us his story and the difference he has made and why he's now a Rotarian. So please give a warm welcome to Mike Kaiser.
All right, I am a rookie. I've been a Rotarian about maybe 4 or 5 months. And I tell you what, I was a little intimidated when I started looking at the list of the speakers here, all the accomplishments. Mine says Mike lives in Forest Lake and he likes shiny objects. So, but here we go. We'll tell our story. So I got an email from Dale. We started in 2017. My wife, who I also refer to as my much better half, stand up, Sonia Kaiser. That's my wife, Sonia Kaiser. So my superpowers are I'm really good at embarrassing people, and we have found out that our club is really good at making people cry. So it sounds horrible, but it's a good thing because it's tears of joy typically when we show up at someone's house. So Sonia and I, I'm ready for the next. Okay. So our motto is changing the world one random act of kindness at a time. Now, this ties into the Rotary as well. I believe everybody should have a group of 5 people that you spend the most time with, you become the average of, all right? Who can tell me who made up that quote? For a hat. Jim Rohn is correct. You win a stocking cap. Forest Lake, pay it forward, stocking cap. All right, so Sonia and I started doing some research on the Rotary, and she said, when did the Rotary start? Who can tell me when the Rotary started? First hand up. Green jacket back there, 1905. Here's a hat. Who can tell me the day? All right, I heard it over here to the right. Who said February 23rd? That's an easy one for me because it's the day before my birthday. Okay, so following up on the Rotary theme, there you go. So we started this group. I have a group of 5 guys I go to breakfast with every Wednesday, okay? One of those guys is a Rotarian from Coon Rapids, Nick Benarzik, and I don't think Nick is here. I'm not sure if any of the people from Coon Rapids are here. They might be a different district even. That's how new I am, I don't even know. But Nick, he heard what we were doing and he invited me to come to speak to the Rotary group in Coon Rapids. And I gave my 30-minute speech. I ended right at 1 o'clock. So don't worry, we won't be here very long. Anyways, I told the story about the Good Samaritans and what we're doing and how we started it, how you can get it going, how easy it is. And our mission is to create other groups that can copy our model and create their own groups, okay? So the best part about that is there is now an Anoka County Good Samaritan group that Nick and the rest of his Coon Rapids Rotary started. So that we're starting to see traction. The mission is moving. There's also a Chisago Lake. Oh, there's Jim Rohn. So this group of 5 that I meet with, our goal is to create better ourselves, better the world, and we challenge each other. Every Wednesday we get together and we talk about core values. How do you be a better person? Okay. So what started it was we decided that on this particular Wednesday, by the next week, we were all going to have made an impact in our community. Okay. So me, I'm a runner. I went out on my morning run where I get my most profound ideas. And I thought, there's a storm in Forest Lake. And there's people cleaning up their yards. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if a bunch of people showed up, cleaned up their yard, and said, hey, there you go, pay it forward to someone else, no charge. So I got home, and I consulted my much better half. Sonia Kaiser, will you please stand up? I consulted my trusted advisor, my much better half, Sonia, and I said, what do you think of this idea? What about we get some people? Initially, it was going to be four trades. Let's find a plumber, an electrician. Let's find someone that does that framing, and let's get what's the other one? I'm not sure. But anyways, we said, she goes, that sounds like a great idea. I said, I think I'm going to post it and see if I can get anyone else that'd be interested in doing that. So here's my original post. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I posted on Nextdoor, which is to me the Gladys Kravitz of the internet. People just complaining about stuff. So I posted this on Nextdoor, and I said, hey, I want to get a group of people together to help. And initially, it was once a month. We'd pick one project a month. So I get home, we put this on there. The first day, 36 replies on Nextdoor. This is awesome. Great idea. I'm in. Sending you a message. Wonderful idea. All these people, 36 the first day, decided that this was a great idea. All right. So then by the end of the first week, we had 50. We had 100 people on Nextdoor that said, I want in. Within the second week. So we started collecting email addresses. We had our first meeting at Keys Cafe in Forest Lake. This is the people that showed up. And talk about accommodating and trying to grow your club. Sonia would have the meetings in the evening to accommodate people that could come in the evenings, and I had them in the mornings because our schedules kind of worked out that way because we, at the time, still had kids in school. So we started having these meetings. We didn't know what the heck we were doing, but we thought we want to do some good in the community. So that's our first selfie of our first meeting about 5 years ago. And the cool thing is all these people in this first picture are still with us. So here we came up with our motto, building a stronger community, one good deed at a time. And our mission statement basically is we want to create a ripple effect throughout not only our community, but the world. But the most important part was creating a model that other towns or communities can adopt. And so we came up with this idea. And I will pass one of these out. So I'm going to, let's say I do a random act of kindness to Dale. I come up and I say, Dale, thank you for inviting me to speak here. That was so nice of you. And you've just received a random act of kindness. So on that postcard, it says, we challenge you to create 3 more random acts of kindness. And if you do and you send it into our website, we will send you a fabulous prize, which is like these hats have been given out. Or a t-shirt. See, we encourage children. We have little t-shirts for little people. All right. So then if Dale does the 3 random acts of kindness, now is there any mathematicians in the group? Okay. This might take a while. How many days, if Dale does it, and she does her 3 random acts of kindness, the next 3 people she does, they do their 3, how many days does it take the whole world will receive a random act of kindness? How many days? 17. Lower. Higher. Well, wait, you're right. It's 18 days is twice around the world in 18 days. So somewhere between the 17th day and the 18th day, the whole world will have received a random act of kindness. So there's the pyramid. We call it the pyramid scheme of kindness. Or the Ponzi scheme of kindness. So there's the actual chart. No one goes to jail on a Ponzi scheme of kindness. So here's one of our first projects. Someone said, hey, my roof is leaking. I don't have any money left. My husband has asthma. He's having a hard time. So we had these guys show up and fix the roof for him. No charge. Here you go. We also had a lady who was caring for her husband for many years that she couldn't keep up the lawn. He finally passed away. It had been 5 years since she had trimmed any of her trees or bushes. So this first event, we had 17 people show up. We hauled 7 loads of yard waste to the compost. Oh, these are just some pictures of the people that helped on the project. And we encourage kids. That's our next generation of Rotarians, right? So this is kind of some of the things that we've done over the years. We drop off plants at the senior centers for the front desk. After a week, one of the residents wins it in a raffle. We clean up the lake with the Lake Association. We do tons of yard cleanups. We're really good at yard cleanups. Usually it's a neighbor that's broke a hip, it's someone that's on vacation, it's someone that's elderly, maybe someone has cancer. It's usually the family or the neighbor that will come to us and say, hey, could you help this person out? And we usually send out emails. We put it on Facebook, and we usually get pretty good crews. We've done a ton of yard cleanups. We have one lady that we do a sign up, and every week, all summer, someone shows up and mows her yard, and it's all for free. We've done an Adopt a Highway. We do homeless clothing drives. We help people move. That's one of my favorite ones. My son, I was out of town. I had to have my son do it. He had never backed a trailer before, and it took them longer to back the trailer than it did to move the guy's furniture. We started giving vehicles away. People start donating vehicles to us. And between me and another friend, we have enough YouTube mechanic, videos enough to figure them out usually. And so we've given a couple cars away. We're working on our third one right now. That'll change a life. Talk about impacting a life. A single mom without a car, that's a big deal. Plumbing repairs. This blows me away, guys. And this is what I love about our group. Through Facebook, and we have a page and we have a group. Sometimes people will post on there, hey, my neighbor lady has a toilet that's leaking, or my neighbor lady has plumbing problems. Sometimes before Sonia and I can even address them, or any of the group members, someone else will raise their hand and show up, and people we don't even know in their community, I will take care of this. There's a guy named Mike Walker. I have still not met Mike Walker in 5 years, okay? Mike Walker is like Vera on Cheers. She's never been seen, but I keep hearing about all these plumbing projects he's doing. He's fixing people's stuff, and he does it for free. He brings the tools, he brings the equipment, fixes stuff for free, and I've never met him yet. If someone has a fire in our community, we are the first persons there. We beat the Red Cross even. We are there with gift cards. We usually give them gas, we give them food, and we give them Target and Walmart so they can get clothes to get through the first week. Snow Angels we started. If you have someone that can't plow their driveway, this year was a record year for snow. We were very, very busy. The stocking caps, anyone that volunteers gets one of those Snow Angel caps. They're red. That black one isn't a Snow Angel, but it's the same design. Sonia came up with the idea of Mayday baskets. The ladies get together, they have Mayday baskets. They just drive around randomly for us. They can hand out, here, it's Mayday. Here's a nice Mayday basket. And with our little card, pay it forward, do something nice to someone else. We talked about lawn mowing. We give away these cards during parades. One of our challenges was a gas pump giveaway, and you guys probably have maybe it's happened to you, maybe not. We do a challenge in March called Spring into Kindness, 31 random acts of kindness, a new one every single day. One of them was pay for gas for the person in front of you at the gas station. So I went up and I was making a video, because we're really big on campy videos. If you guys, I put a QR codes outside. If you want to find our website and you want to find our Facebook page, you can click on that and you can find us. We make really bad videos, and a lot of them, and it's usually just me doing a selfie. And so I went through the line at Costco, and it literally took me like 4 people to convince to buy their gas. Most people are like, no, I'm not going to. No. So anyways, I finally convinced the lady I wasn't insane, and I'm like, let me buy your gas. And she's like, okay, you can buy my gas. So I'm doing the video, and I'm going up, this is my new friend Sharon, I'm going to buy her gas, and I'm putting the card in, and I'm doing the numbers. And anyways, I get back to my truck, and my phone rings, and it's our financial, or our accountant, and the finance officer of our club, and Jackie. And she says, Mike, on your video, we clearly can see the code, the PIN number that you put in the gas card. So my next stop was at the bank where my wife works, and we got a new ATM card. So if you go on our site, you'll see all these campy, silly videos. They're usually about 2 minutes long. But we do a new one every single day. And then we came up this year with this whole convention is about making an impact in the world, right? And I'm here to tell you, whether you think you're making an impact or not, you're making an impact with everything you do, everything you say. So we did this silly 31 days random acts of kindness. This woman in Chicago named Toots Baker, who I've never met, she did every single challenge, okay? And it might be something as simple as sending a note to your favorite teacher in high school or college, maybe calling an old friend you haven't talked to in over 6 months, paying for someone's meal. And of the 31, 25 were free, okay? It doesn't cost money to be a better person. It doesn't cost money to change the world. So Toots Baker did every single random act of kindness, 31 in a row. And so we've created the Toots Baker Award for anybody that does all 31 in a row. And they get a jacket like that, like on my chair there. And we jokingly say they're $200 on eBay. So if you win a Toots Baker Award, you're somebody. One of our members came up with the idea that the bus drivers are so unappreciated and they're so overworked and they're canceling routes. There's not enough of them, especially during COVID. It was very difficult. So we started bringing them breakfast in the morning and a little sign that says, hey, we love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for taking care of our kids. We've bought hearing aids for people, replaced a furnace. Now, my next one is one of my favorites. I'm going to skip through this. This kid, all right? This kid changed our lives. And we changed her mom. We found out later we changed his mom's life. This mom, she posted on Facebook, hey, and didn't accuse anyone, just said, hey, you know what? Someone took my kid's bike. He's 7 years old. It's his first bike. It was a birthday present. We don't have enough money to buy him another bike. Please return this bike. No questions asked. He's devastated. So I saw that and I immediately called her and I said, you know what? If you don't get your bike back by the end of the day, give me a call. We're going to get your kid a new bike. I was a little kid. I lost a bike. So I had someone steal it. It was devastating. I was having flashbacks. So anyways, so she did say, we didn't get the bike back. So we went out and we bought her a new bike, bought the kid a new bike. So then we dropped it off and this kid went from the world's horrible, people steal your stuff, to, oh my God, there's people in the world, in our community that care about us and they're going to take care of this. And so he just completely lit up. I got home, I was telling Sonia the story about it. Jim Westland in our group, he came and facilitated. We went to Forest Lake Bike. I was telling Sonia the story about how happy this kid was, and she goes, well, what about the parents? Do the parents have bikes? And I said, I didn't even bother to ask. And she goes, well, they want to ride as a family, right? And I said, you'd think, right? That'd be cool. And so I called the mom and I said, do you guys have bikes? And she says, no, we don't have money to buy bikes. And I said, okay, we're going to get you some bikes. So then our group, we do a lot through email. So I'll email the group and I said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we could get bikes for the families? Immediately, and within 24 hours, we had 2 bikes that people donated. One was donated, a brand new bike, never been used. The other one was just money that people donated. I literally was coming home from work and there was cash sitting under my rug, my mat in envelopes, that people just really responded to it. So now that they can bike as a family, and the story gets much deeper, and I can't tell the whole thing. I'd take another half an hour. I don't want to cut into Alex's time. And I will, though. There is a slide at the end that shows what she sent to our group, and it's on Facebook. It's all public. If you go get the QR code, you can read it, but it'll make you cry. It makes me cry, and it will make you cry, I guarantee it. But it changed her life. So here's the other Samaritan groups that have sprouted from us. Anoka County Good Samaritans, we talked about them. There's a group that came to us, the Chisago Lakes Area Good Neighbors Club. They found us on Facebook and they said, hey, we love what you're doing. Can you come and teach us how to start a club like you guys? And so we went and talked with them, and they've got their own club now. And what I would suggest with everybody in here, and this is my shameless promotion of the Good Samaritans and Rotary, have some contests, have some fun. We've been having contests against Chisago in different things. We had a citywide cleanup last weekend. All right, show up, collect trash for 2 hours, count up the bags. Whoever gets the most bags is the winner, and it's doing the cleanest city in America contest. A couple years ago, we had 27 cities sign up for it, and 3 different countries even signed up. And if you're even one person and picking up trash, you're making a difference, right? So Chisago and us have this great friendly rivalry, and they've been beating us, by the way. But we also had the winter plunge, and it's like, hey, come and join our winter plunge. It's awesome. So they brought their team in, and they kicked our butts in the winter plunge too. But the idea is that we're making a ripple, and things are happening, and other clubs are sprouting up, and we're just trying to affect as many lives as we can. You talk about the impact effect. So this is, anybody know this couple? You win another prize. So if anyone saw or listened to the podcast, I was on the podcast. And again, I was overwhelmed that somebody would want me on a podcast. So Dale sent me an email and said, hey, would you want to be on this podcast? And I said, I don't know that I've only been Rotary for like a couple months at this time. And I said, I've been, and Dale, in an elegant way, and I saved her email because it almost made me cry. But she said, Mike, you don't know it, but you've been a Rotarian for many years. You haven't been to the meetings, but you are a Rotarian with your heart of giving. So I reluctantly said, okay, I'll try. So that's why I'm here. But this is Joe and Kelly Kirk, and they run the podcast, and they're phenomenal at it. They're very easy to talk to. They make it fun. I would encourage you, if you're in a podcast, listen to them. And a lot of the people in this room have been on the podcast, and it's very well done, and it really promotes what Rotary is all about. So here's our future plans in our challenge. We're going to do I wrote a book. It's not published yet, but it's in my computer, and it's on its way to be published soon. And it's really about the challenges. We're starting our own podcast. We put a few things on YouTube. We've got a better website than we used to have. It's out there on the QR. And then our big thing is helping new groups form. So if any of you guys want to learn how to have your own group, Sonia and I would be happy to help you to form it. It's as easier than you think. Ours is 100% funded by sponsors, and it's on this T-shirt. So a lot of the businesses in town, they'll donate to us. We print these T-shirts up. This is our currency. When people come to our projects, we give them a T-shirt. If they don't have a T-shirt, tough luck. But it's only for new people coming to projects. So that's how we do it. I would love to share our story with anybody if they want to talk in person. I don't want to steal Alex's time. So that's all I've got. Appreciate your time.
Okay, you need to give him one more applaud because they've done a fabulous job.